Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the European Open here at RGN. Eastern Vikings losing their map choice on Cobblestone. Now TeamYP, their map choice in Mirage. And I imagine they wanted cash, but that was banned by the Eastern Vikings, so no real surprise there. YP's been doing big things on that map. But I expect, honestly, similar things here on Mirage for YP. Eastern Vikings, they faced off against Leisure not too long ago on this map, and they lost 16-12. Anyhow, we'll see if that has any indication on how this is going to go. YP, early push here into the B-bomb site. Lassie, first frag, Davkos right back at him. Takes down Menix, but Lassie not done. 3-on-4.
I don't think Dima expected to have the bomb there. He went towards bench, forced to go back into the site, and there was a CT already ready to hit that cross shot, but Davkos and Arch going to combine to make a crossfire of their own, and Davkos gets another one. Even though there's a flash out from the Vikings, and Arch and Davkos complete that full house, and it was looking a little dangerous for YP for a moment there.
Yeah, if you're Eastern Vikings, you kind of did more or less the damage that you would like to see from your B players when they're coming into the site, but yeah, just couldn't actually make it
4-on-3, no bomb plant.
Yeah, so that's definitely not a terrible spot for Eastern Vikings, but again, just couldn't make it work. As soon as they tried to actually make it out of market, Davkos and Arch having none of it. So Eastern Vikings going to be on an actual save here, and this is interesting to me, as makes me think, well, they're definitely taking the first rifle round seriously one way or another, but this will actually allow for a lot more utility and potentially even an op for Lassie maybe in the first round. We'll find out.
Now we'll find out. A lot of teams will just go for the 4-man force and then have their opper save. So Eastern Vikings really want that first gun round to be extremely powerful, and they're having a lot of success this round. Perhaps wishing they'd 4-spot now with all the damage that they've done. Of course, you can be content with that. 2 frags with not a lot invested. They did have some upgraded pistols, which makes me think they won't be going for the force buy in the next round. A true surprise buy. And any more damage? Let's see. Vigs taking a fight in the apartments with Dima. Borup will grab another one. And yeah, had they force spot, maybe they would have won this. And do you really want that MAC-10? I don't think he wants that MAC-10.
Ooh, nice shot on a Dima, and I'm always going to pull out the MAC-10, see what he can get done with it. What a spray duel. Oh man, Sotvik gets it done with the USP, but that was not a pretty look from either side.
You don't want that MAC-10.
Practice some of that recoil control, but yeah, MAC-10, a little squirrely when it gets going. 2-0 though, and Eastern Vikings doing a lot of damage though. Literally killing everybody, so very expensive round for YP.
And rebuying SMGs is YP. Be way too crazy of a read to go for the force buy here if you're Vikings, but in theory they wouldn't have been going against that bad of a buy, or that good of a buy, I should say. And YP continuing towards the B-bomb site, just constantly hitting it over and over again early on in the half. I'm thinking, does this have any effect on the first gun round? I don't think it will, because it's still just eco rounds and pistol rounds that YP is hitting B. But it could have some sort of effect on the Vikings, because now the mind games begin. Are they really going to hit the B-bomb site 4 times in a row, and the 4th time being the first gun round? And that's the mind game that YP's playing. So if they go for a fast day, maybe the look's weaker, or maybe it doesn't have any effect at all.
Double op on the first rifle round, so that's why our questions have been answered. As yeah, like you were highlighting, usually you'll have team force buy and 1 player saves for that op. But interesting stuff here is Zai actually go with a little bit of utility here. And he's got glass cannons, so see if he can make that work. Lassie inside of the window. He's got Davkos to deal with. Davkos on parkour style, working those top boxes in middle. And he does find Zai early. Swift shot. So the first op dealt with. Do they expect Lassie to have a second one, though? That's kind of a bit of a mystery at this point, as generally you just don't see a double op look on a first rifle round, but we'll see how YP deals with this. If they go for a B-side play in the late scenario, that could, for one, it could work out in that we can see that Menix is the only one there, but 2, it furthers reinforce the idea that YP want to abuse the B-bomb site.
Yeah, that's true. If, the moment any sound is made, Kibakin is inside the window, so he could really cut off, rotates quite easily from this position. He's going to get his chance while the B take is underway. Wait, nobody's going towards Kibakin's position. Now he's going to begin flanking. Oh, this is going to work out so perfectly. Kibakin, free frag, likely another. And there it is, Vig's last player up. And I think it's been revealed that he is on the catwalk. I can't highlight enough. I'm going to do my best at how sick that was from YP. The precision of the timing was perfect. So there was an operate mid for the Vikings. Davkos doesn't wide peek him. They get the smoke down. They throw a sick flash, which barely pops up enough on the catwalk to get over to that ledge and blind the mid player. Then Davkos jumps up on top of the top mid boxes, waits a little bit, doesn't get the frag. Then they throw a smoke for window. Instead of just leaving Davkos there to watch it while they boost up mid, they smoke it. Then Davkos goes ahead and peeks the catwalk when the mid players are safe, or the players coming out from underplat are safe from connector as well as mid window because there's smoke. So you can see how every part of that strat, every timing of that strat is so carefully crafted. And then they get that player into mid window. Everything's going to how YP wants it. They shift everybody back towards B. Perfect round.
Yeah, really nice execution from YP, no doubt about that. As, well, Eastern Vikings are now on eco. They're going to rush 3 players in the middle. Interesting one way here. Borup looking for the deagle on the shoulders of Viggs, but at least he finds one. AK in hand, and they do have a player advantage here. Davkos taking a lot of damage. We'll drop Borup. They re-smoke the mid window. This is looking like Eastern Vikings could definitely take this Dima on a Menix, but he'll fall to Zai's USP. So Eastern Vikings able to take a round where YP, we just highlighted how impressive every minute timing was, and then they get eco'd. Sad times.
So if I'm Vikings, that tells me we need to get aggressive on these guys, because both of their rounds where they got a lot of kills came from rounds where they didn't have a lot of economy. So next gun round, I'd like to see them get aggressive, because at least what I've picked up early on is that if Eastern Vikings allow YP to do what they want at the beginning of the round on gun rounds, they're going to get wrecked. But it's still early. Kibakin coming out of Palace, finished off by Lassie. And now the rest going to execute up the A ramp. There's a lot of CTs here. Shouldn't have a problem dealing with this, but not all taking the fight simultaneously, and this might get them in trouble. That's one more for the Vikings, and YP come out 2 for 2 or 2 for 3. Still no bomb plant though, but Davkos, ooh, he's found his weapon.
Oh, and he almost hits that timing as we saw Vig smoke himself out of that sandwich area. Davkos had a specific angle and saw him there, but yeah, once that smoke dropped, couldn't make it work. But 2 on 2, one towards CT spawn, one towards A ramp. They're going to combine and try and take down the A ramp player, and they do exactly that. Davkos versus Zai, Op versus Op. Davkos taking some damage, but still has 45 seconds to work with.
I was wondering if Zai was going to go all the way around. Davkos going to plant front. I don't like that nade from Zai. Kind of gave away that he was still at CT spawn instead of falling all the way back around right away. And how does Davkos approach this? Zai peeking out from Ticket. Davkos not even going to go towards this A stairs, instead posting up in the jungle. I think there might be some room to defuse this though.
We'll see here. Zai slowly waltzing up and goes for the crouch peek towards connector. Nice play from Zai, and that's a good read from him, considering that plant spot may lead you to believe that he was A ramp instead of jungle, and well, not having any of it is Zai, and he takes a very critical round as Eastern Vikings. That could have been so demoralizing from taking that eco. You've now got your double op look again, and you're against a pistol buy, and YP, they almost get it done.
And you said it, that almost pre-fire from Zai. There's so many different positions that Dav could be. Stairs, A stairs, mid stairs, connector. I like that out from Zai. Good prediction. And another round where YP taking mid control carefully. This time they're not going to boost anybody. Player aggressing into lower A. That's Borup. If he goes down cleanly, this is going to be pretty bad. He gets one. And I don't think that favors the CT side as YP immediately split it.
There they go. Viggs falls in the bomb site. Lassie one from CT spawn. He does take down Kaibakken as he pushes the smoke. Thought that that would go the other way, but Dima and Arch 2v3. They've got a full minute. Very little utility though. Excuse me. Arch with a Molotov, but that is it. Lassie and Zai. Well, Lassie with that shot makes his position be known that he's still in CT spawn. And they will plant for a pretty favorable spot here. Dima falls immediately, though. So it's up to Arch. How does he play with this Molotov? Can he find some frags? That is what we're about to see.
He does got the molly. Player flanking. Ooh, there's the first step. Trying to throw the molly. Realizes it doesn't matter. Spams him down through the smoke. Zai wasn't there to cover. And now Zai's going to hop on the bomb. Arch just got to find one more. Running out of time. The ninja defuse the Viking. It goes their way this time. If you just joined us on Kabul, YP got 2 ninja diffuses off early on, which really set themselves up for the victory. So it's good to see the Vikings evening that out a bit.
Right, and get one of their own. And it was great work by Arch, to be fair. It's just so difficult, specifically with that plant spot and where the smoke was located. There's a couple different angles. Sometimes when you drop a smoke and go for that ninja diffuse, there's only one angle depending on the plant spot, but that was a lot of different spots to be spraying into, and Arch just couldn't find it. Still very damaging in that they keep the economy low. There's not a lot to work with other than the rifles and the gear that's on the field at the moment, but we'll see how expensive they make this. Going for the boost in middle. It will be dealt with. Eastern Vikings watching the whole thing happen. And 2-on-5, Sopvik and Dima left.
And just going back to that 1-on-1 or 1-on-2 with the smoke up. With that smoke, you're not only trying to cover your position where you're defusing from, you're also trying to put it forward enough in a way that it'll take away some of the reference points of where you're supposed to spray. Because a lot of the bomb box or the trip box was missing for the player Kaibakken playing in connector. So had the entire box been revealed, it's really easy to line up where the CT's diffusing from.
So 4-4 here. YP. They took the first 4 rounds, but Eastern Vikings, after that eco, have been able to secure 4 for themselves. But can they keep the trend rolling here is the question, as they've got some aggressive middle control again. Viggs, they're going to try this one way again, it looks like. Maybe not. Let's see. Viggs is just going to be playing inside of it. This is one that they utilized last time to boost over, but Lassie falls first and foremost. And, well, they will be able to take down Dima, so nice work from medics on the catwalk to even things back out. Otherwise, would have been at a disadvantage, but still favoring the T's at a 4-on-4. Dav cost 50 hit points, moving up middle a little bit. And we've got Kaibakken working B apartments as well, so I'm wondering what this is going to turn into. Maybe a B split of sorts.
So worried for Viggs. He's peeking out by connector quite often. Ooh, he spotted out again, but Menix from the catwalk staying alive, pulls his knife, tries to further his position. Oof. Instead, hands over the frag to YP. That would have been a big advantage. And now the split on the B. It is a 2-on-2 here, make it a 2-on-1 side. The B player falls, Viggs follows suit. And that fell apart for the Vikings. Just a couple minor misplays put them at a big deficit.
Yeah, Kaibakken, I believe, just opened up that B bomb site pretty much by himself. I think he did have some players coming up the catwalk, but he was smoked off, but one Molotov was all he needed to basically clear Zai out of van, and he caught him while he was moving back towards bench and dealt with immediately. And the rest of the frags working out for YP, so we're saving this weapon. You can see CT side. I think they will buy to try and keep things close here, specifically, and well, you got that frag coming in as well. YP, their economy will be kept in check. Alright, coming to a close here. Borup will, raise some spot. It's a little bit more damage, but he will be able to keep it in the end. But another one here for YP. We'll see if they can build on it.
The Vikings are looking all right. It's not like it's going terribly for them, but going even on your CT side half versus YP, who's favored in my eyes, is not good enough. They need to come out of the half at least with a 9-6, in my opinion, for them to have a good shot to upset YP on map number 2. So the setup from the Vikings. Again, I like that they're doing something at the beginning of the round. I feel like if they let YP set up, then it will be their demise, because YP has everything covered when they take. So by going with aggression at the beginning of the round, just trying to foil the plans of YP right away before letting them set up. But they don't press any further. I thought they're going to go all the way Palace, where Sotvik was residing. But maybe putting the brakes on was a better idea, because I liked Sotvik's position for the push.
I'm not sure how that would have went down, but it'll just be the retreat in the apartments, and they're playing no one in middle right now, so interesting decision here. If they want middle, let them have it, is, I guess, the idea, but Medics and Zai, they're going to have to come up big, and they're allowing the players to come up very close on catwalk before taking any duels. Zai with City, not hitting anything, and I could see that working out for Eastern Vikings, but not if they allow the T's to actually come up that close. Again, they were already working up towards arches by the time that they were taking the fight.
Yeah. Ouch. That's not what you want to see on a gun round from the Vikings. Looking at the money of YP, gonna grow a whole lot. This time, Davkos will find the exit, as he's went down in the previous round, looking for that same frag. Vigs, don't think he's going to bring this M4 into the next round. Wow, actually doing a decent amount of damage onto YP anymore, and that's phenomenal. Will go down, so still worth if you're YP. And Eastern Vikings, again, going with aggression at the beginning of the round, but just the wrong side, I guess.
Yep. As they went for that early A Palace play, but did not result in anything, unfortunately. YP up 6-4, and Borup, bold move. Wise man once said, "Fortune favors the bold," right, Laser? So I'm gonna go with the single op play here on Borup.
I don't know if that man was that wise. Right. That can get you. That quote can get you in trouble. But Borup with that buy, so far making it work, but whoa, Vigs. Yeah, your teammate just got a frag with the op. You need to play around this guy. Keep this guy alive. You can't make Borup do all the work.
Yeah, now they're in an interesting spot where, well, the T's are looking to rotate out, and the CTs, they're going to find that out in just a moment here as, well, Borup and Lassie calling there's nada to be seen inside of house.
I wouldn't rotate at all. You surround Borup, and you save this op. Because if they give any kills away over towards the B side, yeah, they're going to try to hold it. And then Borup's going to be forced to try to save this AWP. And this is now an escort mission in my eyes. But Eastern Vikings, they're going for the W.
So, IP slowly lurking up the apartments. Zai going to be holding here. They do have, again, Borup misses a flick shot, though. And, well, that should be that. Lassie with an AK in middle. But to be fair, I would have liked to see the op being saved in this scenario, not an AK. But, well, can't have everything now, can you? YP with another.
And now it screws your next round as well. Borup's not going to have anything. Maybe if Last can save this AK, but we've seen YP have been hunting in these end round scenarios. And again, we're going to see it. Maybe Arch will find Palas. And again, this one gun's being saved. It's massive because Borup buying that AWP puts the buy in a pretty tricky spot. And he'll fall. So now Borup, yeah, you got 2-6. What are you going to mag 7, maybe 5-7? I don't know. One of those two. But with that op, okay, you get the first pick at A. Once Team YP falls back, that's pretty much the round loss, unless you can beat them to the B bomb site, which they didn't. And then you already got one kill. Just save that AWP. Force the T's to come at you, where you can use that op some more and be in a favorable position. Because even if you die with the op, you have teammates with you. That's not what we saw.
We'll see some middle aggression here. Borup and Lassie, as well as Medics, all three of them pushing aggressively. But this timing might allow for this quick play onto the B bomb site. Taking some damage. They will have some players funneling in from market. But how quickly can they get out there? Zai with one. But Arch taking down Lassie as he tries to leave the market. Looks like this hold will work out, though. Sotvik finds himself all alone, and that'll be the round. So Eastern Vikings. I thought YP was going to be able to take that, considering Zai was the only one there, and to be fair, he hasn't had the best defensive holds in B, but he makes it to safety, allows his teammates to rotate in, and that's the round.
Yeah, a little sloppy by a YP. There's a player with the bomb on catwalk. Not sure how the bomb got there. But he tried to push through a smoke where one of the members of Eastern Vikings had found an off angle for him. After that, everybody was stuck in the apartments. And that's probably the hardest part about taking into B is getting out of those apartments. 3-2 here for the Vikings, leaving mid completely open. YP haven't been rushing mid, so this isn't a bad read on the situation. And Vikings again going with the aggression towards A. This time it's at stairs, but Sotfik is ready. This guy's always ready.
Right? Just the man to stop the aggression towards A, and, well, not a fun spot for Eastern Vikings. Losing a player early here. See if they can bring him back. Medics push up inside of B apartments. Borup will flash through the connector smoke. Finds one and a second. Actually, I take that back. That was Dima team killing Davkos, but still, he got an assist on it. Some credit there. 3-on-3. So we will see Medics fall. Kaibak gonna deal the damage. And Zai again needs to hold this B bomb site. Can't get a hang of that spray though. Takes Kaibak down low, but well, 3-on-1. YP looking to secure their 8th round.
Oh, can't get the scope out in time. No 1-on-3. In that position, pushed up in B apartments, just right when you're getting down to the kitchen area. It's been revealed that it's such a potent position that I feel like if you play that later on in the round and you're the only one towards B, it's too big of a risk. You're taking your aim out of the equation, because if they check it, even if you have godlike aim and reactions, they have such a big advantage on you, and I just don't like it that late on into the round.
Yeah, it's definitely a spot that's been popularized.
Hey, what's this gun?
Ooh, Menix. All right, going with the R8. I would love to see him get anything done with this weapon, as we all know how goofy it is. Well, YP gonna execute into A. And I'm just keeping my eyes on Medics. I'm not... Well, Borup, he does find a 1D, so maybe I should have been watching him. But I'm still... Eyes on Medics coming from CT spawn. He's now all alone. All right. Those charges up the shot. Never thought I'd be saying that in Counter-Strike, but gets 2 shots out and does take down 1.
Oh, boy. I'm such a Counter-Strike player. Chad's so finicky. One day I'm like, wow, this gun's terrible. I never want to see it again. The next I'm excited because nobody uses it.
Right.
Never make Counter-Strike players happy. Eastern Vikings, maybe if they take 6. I mean, 9-6 was the score I was looking for them to take moving into half number 2 to have a good shot at overcoming the CT side of YP. Maybe with 6 in pistol and first gun round, I'm asking for a lot, but that's what Eastern Vikings is going to need. Incoming towards A. YP only have 1 guy in the site to deal with so far. There's actually a ticket. Nobody in the bomb site, really. Borup is at the connector stairs, and there is a gap inside of the smoke, but it looks like it was intentional. Biggs goes down to Davkos. Dima as well with 1, and only 1 in return from the Vikings.
Borup from stairs finding Dima. Right. So we can get anything more done. Lassie falls to Arch inside a CT spawn. Medics and Borup, both from jungle. It's not looking good. They do not have kits, and, well, Medic's getting tagged up after his teammate falls, and he'll die trying to hop towards middle. So 10-5 at half, definitely not a good look here for Eastern Vikings. Could be a short evening for them.
It's looking so. We do have another best of 1, not immediately after this. We did, of course, have to allot time to allow a potential 3-mapper. Right, yeah, YP looking to end it in soon. Eastern Vikings. You can employ the same tactics as they did on Kabul. I actually like the slow stuff here on Mirage. But the question is, can they find the opening frags like they did on Kabul? That's what allowed their slow play to be so effective at the beginning, was getting those openers. And their late round takes look good. But the question is, again, can they find any openings?
Well, about to find out. If pissed around doesn't go the way of Vikings, again, things could be over quickly for them. But we'll see what this next half holds. And yeah, that next match that Laser was referring to, Public Clear versus Online Roll. That's going to be, again, a best of 1 in our lower bracket. And that's at 4 p.m. EST. So still have a little bit of time again if this one comes to a close in the next little bit here, next half hour or so. We'll have a bit of about an hour break. So anyhow, moving forward, YP gonna have some utility to play around with, Dima and Sotfik. And what's the plan from Eastern Vikings? So they send 2 towards A. This definitely looks like an A fake. Lassie, though, is already... This is like a double fake, so they're showing Lassie, making it seem like he's faking, and then they're going to smoke and provide nades into A, and then actually committed to B. Next level stuff.
Yeah, it's next level. Problem is, if you don't get any frags with those fakes, you don't... It doesn't really do much to the CT side defense. So yeah, they're hitting both sides. Okay, let's just stand still. But okay, made a 3-on-3 as they bring down the second B side player. But the rotate is already here. Eastern Vikings again in a situation. They're not going to go for the plant. Instead, they're going to go for the frags. This time it is working for them. But for how long? Davkos can't stay alive. And now they're going to race to the A-bomb site. This is crazy round.
Oh, Arch cannot find Viggs. Thought that might be the case. Zai is going to be playing that close CT angle here. Arch has a read on it, though. And he will find the shot. Man, that was some ugly spray. 1v1, 45 hit points on either.
There's been a lot of ugly spray this round, and Arch trying to pre-fire his way out of the spawn. Eastern Vikings taking the pistol. Wow. Okay, so Vikings had a player show himself at B. They had the bomb outside of B. Then they had the player run in and die out Palace. And then they hit the B bomb site right away. There's still 2 players at the B bomb site the whole time. So the beginning of the round really didn't have much of an effect on YP, other than the fact that they didn't have a third man rotating right away. But we saw YP had equal numbers at the B bomb site before the bomb even went down. So the fake was ineffective, but the shots were good enough, I guess.
Definitely fairly ineffective, unfortunately. But they find the round nonetheless. Sotfik's already found a tag here towards the apartments. He's got the pogo stick going towards Van. So Viggs taking a little damage there. And we'll see pushed up play from Kai Bakken. So if they decide to come back, Arch with a frag in middle, and not like this. Eastern Vikings are very grouped up at B, and all the intel supports that the CTs can rotate over to B, considering you could see Kai Bakken pushed up at A, and they're going to be heading into a stack here. That being said, Sotfik dealt with. And they will hold off from executing for a moment, but this is giving time here for Kai Bakken to keep furthering his flank.
How far does he go, though? Dima going to peek out mid. Zai is ready for him. No, falls back. Vikings hoping that YP will start rotating back towards the A-bomb site, but with Dima peeking mid and seeing nothing. Okay, now with that frag, they should be executing, but the flank from Kai Bakken. There's the bomb down, 25 seconds left. Kai Bakken gets another one. That's Medics. Find themselves an AK as well. Kai Bakken, can he hang on? Just 20 seconds remaining, and all Arch has to do is live. Or defend B.
Looks like he's gonna hang on with the scout. He needed one shot, and he pushed up aggressively to find it. Arch could have played that so much differently. With the scout, honestly, if he just jump peeks at Van, that's a pretty safe fight to be taking. But, well, that's gonna be that. Eastern Vikings survive, but by the skin of their teeth, no doubt about it.
Oh, Menix. Borup says, nice shot to one of them. And the Menix jokingly says, nice running shot, Kai Bakken. It's so frustrating getting hit with those. But yeah, Arch, holy throw. That guy, all he had to do was survive. Even if there'd be like 3 or 4 seconds denying the plant at the other bomb site if the guy immediately booked it back to B or back to A, and then committing to that peak wide, you're forcing yourself to hit the shot when instead you could still play time, but the Davkos League.
Oh man, he's not done here. Playing from the top of stairs. I'll line up another head, but we fall back here. Some aggression inside of Palisai. Whew. We'll find that, but scary situation. Davkos, though, still lurking in A, and they're going to continue on here, even though they know that Davkos is inside of this bomb site, but no, finally they will rotate out. And I know Eastern Vikings. It takes a long time to get back over. You gotta do a lot of running to get back to the other side, but it's worth it. You don't want to face against Davkos again here. Sotfik now all alone.
And with that Deke, we've seen him have so many highlights on the CT side. Just stripping a bunch of weapons away. So I like they take the precaution. Let's not walk into where he's already posted. Instead, not required now, but force him to rotate into us. Taking away some of the prowess of that Deke. Now the first gun round. Eastern Vikings had in the first part of my checklist to have a chance done. Second part is the first gun round. And this is probably the easiest gun round they're going to face, considering it's not a full buy out of YP. And utility speaking, in Davkos going to go with Glass Cannon.
And do you see what he invests in instead, though? He goes with a Deagle and a Smoke.
Oh, I missed
This guy
that.
is such a badass. Just no armor. I would rather have my Deagle secondary. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe you go with that. I'm so happy you pointed that out. With a Deagle over armor with an op, come on, you're nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy business. But well, we're gonna see some trades back and forth. Kaibakken got aggressive, but dealt with by Vigs towards T spawn. So with the advantage here is the T side. Arch looking to take it back. He's slowly moving into middle. The timing, Borb just peeking connector as he falls off of that angle. But Borb slowly lurking up. We'll find the headshot onto Arch. So 2-on-4. It's just looking good here for Eastern Vikings.
I think a lot of it's going to boil down to timing. Oh, Davkos releases the connector angle the moment Borb starts working up. And now Borb's going to make its way into jungle right when Davkos called that nobody was working up. So I think it'll be the free kill onto Sotfik. Davkos once again peeks connector, sees nothing. Sotfik likely gonna fall. No, turns around in time, and Davkos collects one coming out of the balcony. But his teammate will fall. Now it's up to Davkos. 25 seconds, no time to book it back to the other bomb site. Vigs jumps on top of the box and meets Davkos, who's a top ticket booth. So map 3 after all, still potential.
Yep, one round separating the two as YP. That was a pretty darn aggressive round from them. Again, pushing into T-spawn and such, and it almost worked out when they found those 2 frags, but not in the end. So, I see them back with some Deagles, Arch and Davkos specifically. Sotfik will be full saving. We'll see a potential quick play here from Eastern Vikings, and this is a scary situation as it should work out considering the equipment, but you're leaving a bit of a chance for that CT side. But it's not looking like they're going to find anything here. Davkos left all alone towards middle.
I love how all us casters apply the word should so loosely.
Right.
you never really know. The guy with the 1v5 with a Glock, yeah, he should lose this round. You never know for certain. Davkos. Oh, the crack. Vigs. That is not fun. And these are the type of rounds where Davkos shines with this D. Do you really want to try to take that weapon away from him? Is it really worth it? And he's going to get another chance here. No more shenanigans for Davkos, but props to Eastern Vikings for tying it up. Surviving with 4. Let's look at that money. It's looking all right, so they could definitely do this.
Yeah, big situation. About to go live here with YP back on the bye. Eastern Vikings, another hurdle for them. And yeah, they've got decent economy on that T front. If they lose a round, they'll be able to buy in the next. So keep that pressure on. And it looks like we'll see a bit of an A execute here. And at the moment, we can see Davkos is opping on the opposite side towards Arch. Or sorry, towards, what am I talking about? Cat. In towards middle, but he will hop down super aggressively, checking everything right now. So I think at some point he will kind of float on back towards this A bomb site. Lassie is crab walking up A ramp right now. And I don't think Davkos spotted him as he moves up to Tetris.
Really unfortunate. You just got to avoid the timing of getting picked up from the palace, which is still smoked up. Lassie tries to stay sneaky, but Arch and Kaibakken now through the smoke. Both the openers, Eastern Viking was hoping to use their subtlety to work out, both get denied by YP and now forced to commit with 3, and we saw them save in these situations before.
And Davcost finding Zai, Vigs, and Menix still at A ramp here, and it looks like they're willing to take this fight. Davcost finding a close range angle over the smoke, and he'll be able to take down the last one as well. So I don't like that look from Eastern Vikings at all. I guess the idea was they wanted to go with a bit of a dry play with Lassie anyhow. But the way that he ended up taking a fight just made no sense to me. He's opping from Tetris. He's not scoped in, and he decides to basically opt towards jungle from the top of Tetris. Now, how many CT side setups without a pick on that bomb site are you going to see where you don't have someone playing default, try, or somewhere that they're going to be checking Tetris every once in a while, and you're standing out in the open just trying to look towards jungle? It's a timing that was so difficult to hit, and I just didn't see it ever working out.
It's one of those plays that it looks so silly that you're hoping the other team won't expect you to do it.
Right, yeah.
But it just doesn't work, and that's so different from what we've seen Eastern Vikings do on their T side, because with that, it's not like they're looking for a pick and then looking to a fall back. They were committed from the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, for certain. It was just that was the pick to get it going, but when they lose him, it's like, all right, well... And then the Palace player as well died because there's a smoke being deployed from Kaibakken, and it hits the player that's about to exit Palace. So, yeah, just not a good look. And following up, as we're talking away about that last round, got Davcost picking up 2 frags in middle. So, well, they're going to be able to find Menix as well. Lassie in middle takes down Arch. That's Connector, but on a 2-on-4 with Vig still in T-spawn. And YP just crawling around the map right now. You can see Satfik moving up B apartments. And it's not looking good here for Eastern Vikings with 30 seconds left.
No. I think Satfik heard the bomb being picked up too. Yeah, definitely spotted one at mid now. Soon, death's imminent. And YP take 2 rounds in a row, effectively breaking the economy of Eastern Vikings. It seems like just a minute ago that I was highlighting Eastern Vikings having a good economy and having a good chance to win the match, but quickly that changes, and it all started to an uncharacteristic play out of the Vikings. Like that is a different look than they've given us ever.
Yeah, and well, I imagine if they do drop this map, we'll go back and look at the tape and kind of see where things went wrong, and I imagine that'll probably be one of the points where they're like,
well, it's not a terrible idea. They had the guy work out, but the reaction to losing those players, it's like they weren't ready for it.
Right, yeah, there was no part of the plan where if those players didn't find the pick, what was the contingency plan? Well, we're going to have Eastern Vikings try and pile into the A-bomb site. And Viking does find one. Yeah, right. And speaking on an irrelevant note, I actually love the way that the Eastern Vikings have their portraits set. For one, they are all like Eastern Vikings in that they're uniform, but it looks like they've all done their own stick figure drawings. Like, it looks like something you put up on your fridge, and I hope each one of these do put them up on their fridge or something, as there's some excellent artistic work there.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where they have a default template and then everybody gives their own twist on it.
Right.
That's always fun. But I guess it is telling that you don't have a sponsor that wants you to use.
I didn't realize, but Lassie actually has an op in his picture and everybody else has AKs. So they even show their roles inside of their portraits. Cool stuff.
Right? I didn't notice that small detail. Arch with the first kill, pushing towards A, gets out of the palace, and now he's going to be flanking. This is terrible for the Vikings. So much intel for Arch. They got mid control, spawn control, and now they get took. Oh my god, they're at the television and looking the wrong way. Arch, 2 easy kills, and I think that's all she wrote.
Yeah, this is... Well, Borup does find 2 and creates a 1-on-2. But they know exactly where the bomb's at. He just smoked his one exit out. So Davcost is going to know exactly what's going on there. And on the other end, they've got Dima. So to be fair, this kind of setup, although YP, they've got a bit of they're securing the location. They've isolated where he's at, but they're not playing together, and that there are 1v1s that Borup can take. So heading through underpass, will he expect Davkos to be tunnel vision on his location from Catwalk? That's going to be the question. Or is Davkos even going to be wise to this? Borup slowly lurking through middle here.
Is he going to go? He's running out of time.
He's got no time. Yeah. He's out of time at this point. 20 seconds. Finally, he's like, all right, I got to try something here. So he'll smoke in a connector. Davkos is not able to deal with that, actually. But Borup, does he plant safe? So, and Davkos deals with him.
Really nice play by Davkos, too. He could have taken the shot. That would have alerted the T, which would have made the T plant in a safer position, which would have gave the T a chance. So I like that from Davkos, not taking the shot. And I'm surprised it even worked out that well for Eastern Vikings. YP had mid control, A control by pushing through into the T spawn. Where could the Vikings possibly be?
Yep. And well, now Eastern Vikings with less than optimal equipment trying to prevent match point here from YP. And they're going to go for an A take. It's going to be 4 players from ramp. Borup working Palace with just a single flash. They've got 3 smokes. Imagine stairs connector. Or rather, stairs, jungle, and CT spawn. And that looks... No, it's not going to be the setup. Okay, so they leave stairs open. This is a wall of smokes inside of the bomb site itself. But YP shutting it down. Kai Bakken with 2. Davkos with 1. They will have a little bit of control here. Enough for medics to maybe get a plant in. But now they're again going to try and take fights first and foremost. But this is not working out. Davkos through the box. And that'll be the round.
Really impressive flash from Kibakin. It was so good he blinded himself in the end, but he wanted to peek with it. It was just a bit early. You hop up on the ladder and then throw it for lower A, and most players will just throw it through a little crack where you can barely see out towards the sky from under Balk. Nice little change. And Eastern Vikings going with mid control. Left vacant, at least at the beginning of the round by YP. It looks like they'll converge from connector on as well as catwalk. Flashes pouring through, denying the op a peek. But Eastern Vikings with the opener, and now thinking about falling off a connector. No, it's Davkos.
And Davkos, he's whiffed 2 already, and they look like fairly straightforward shots, but yeah, he's not done. Thought Vic, same situation. We'll find 1 from Cat. They even things back out. Still looking for something. Kai Bakken has moved his way all the way through Palace. Viggs on the other side, but it'll be Arch to fall in middle. The Vikings not necessarily done here, but Kai Bakken with the push at A ramp will be able to take down Viggs. So 3-on-3.
Davkos looking for more. Now he's spotted out at window. So Borup will know that he's not connector. He takes connector position. Eastern Vikings thinking about hitting towards B. I would have liked Borup to just stay in the connector. Okay, they are falling back towards the A-bomb site, which currently has 2 members of YP there. I'm trying to think. Would it have been better for Borup to sit in the connector still? He might have went down to a peak from YP before the take could come through. So by staying alive, at least he guarantees a 3-on-2 into the A-bomb site. But Kabakin still pushed.
And he's holding a pretty tight angle, and he's going to push forward further here, and he catches Zai off guard with 20 seconds of the bomb being dropped at A ramp. It's going to be YP's round. That's it. Yeah, you can't really see it going any other way. Borup has to frag out, and they're, well, Sotfik's in the window at the moment, so that's going to be that. YP, well, unless Sotfik, no, there's no way.
No.
Yeah, please Sotfik. I thought for a second that he moved into jungle, but no, he jumped down to underpass. Much better.
Telling me there's a chance.
All right, well, 16-10. YP gonna take it in 2-0 fashion, and fairly convincing as well on their map choice. Did give up quite a few rounds, to be fair, but and enough Eastern Vikings. They definitely had a good look here on Mirage, but after we saw that one kind of awkward T-side round, from then on out, it was basically YP to close. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like we had stated, there is another best of 1 coming up, but it is an hour away, hour and 15 minutes away. So we are going to be taking a short break here, or I guess that's the fairly long break. God, I need to stop saying short break. I need to just like take that out of my vocabulary, Laser. It's going to be a long break, ladies and gentlemen, an hour and 15 minutes. So when we return, though, it will be Public Clear versus Online Roll. So hopefully you guys can stick around, find something to do. In the meantime, we'll see you guys in a bit.